I don't even know how to get started on YouTube. I don't really know the right thing to do, what to say, how to sit properly, how to pass my message across, because it has been what, like 3 months since I last made a video here. Oh my god, it's been so freaking long. It's been so long. Life has been happening to me. Life has been hitting me from right, left, front and back, and I'm just trying to catch my breath, but I'm so excited to be back. I'm not promising you that you get one video every week or something like that, but I'm just saying that I'm back into filming mood and all of that. Hi everyone. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Giptogo. I'm a Nigerian YouTuber living in England, United Kingdom. And if this is your first time of watching any of my videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below. I'm currently a student studying management with digital marketing at the University of Hertfordshire. I'm studying for my master's degree, and if you're interested in learning more about living in the UK, how to be a student in the UK, how to process your application, stuff about freelancing, getting a remote job, my career journey, and if you just want your life to be better, you should definitely subscribe to my. For this video, I have a new microphone. As you can see, Chisi Mama, my sister girl, my best girl, my fave of the favors, got me a microphone for my birthday. She heard you guys complain about not hearing me properly. She heard you guys complain about my audio, and she thought it was great, to gift me a microphone. I don't know if I'm wearing it properly or if I've clipped it properly, but we'll see at the end of this video. We'll see if the audio is better or worse. Anyway guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been 3 months. A lot has happened. Oh my god, a lot has actually happened. First of all, I spent my summer working. Basically, if I tell you the amount of hours that I did this summer, you'll be crying for me. Like, I had literally no life. I was working to balance what I have to pay for. You guys already know what I pay for, basically. But to pay that off, I had to work a lot. I had to work around the clock during the summer. Also, I went for a vacation. Unfortunately, I did not film any video during the vacation because I just wanted to have a good time with my partner, because I went with my partner for the vacation, and I honestly just wanted to have like a good time away from social media. So I didn't like make any video or reels or TikTok stuff, or just post like interesting stuff about my vacation. Number 3, I turned 26. I am 26 years old right now. I'm no longer a 25-year-old Nigerian YouTuber. I'm now a 26-year-old Nigerian YouTuber living in England, United Kingdom. So that's exciting. Fingers crossed for what 26 is going to bring for us. Number 4, my phone screen broke. My phone screen broke. Explain to me why that kind of thing will happen to me. I'm a good person. I pay my bills. I obey the laws of the country that I'm in. I help people. I do not insult people. I mind my business. So why would that happen to me? Why will my phone screen break? Like, I mean, any other person's phone screen can break, not mine. Oh my god. And the annoying thing is that I've used this phone for like 2 years and 2 months. Yeah, I bought the phone in July 2020. It cost me 108,000 naira, Nigerian naira, basically. And I know I made an unboxing video of the phone and all of that. My old phone, apparently my old phone fell inside the beach, which was still a Samsung, because I'm a Samsung fan girl. I use Samsung phones and all of that. Like, I'm a huge fan of Samsung phones. So the other Samsung, after repairing the screen so many times, if we went to the beach, I went to the beach with a couple of my friends, and the phone fell into the beach and it drowned, and it was just spoils beyond repair. So like the next day, that was on a Sunday, I think I took it to on Sunday evening. Basically on Monday I took it to slots to fix, and they said it could not be fixed. And on Tuesday I got myself this particular phone that cost me 108,000 naira. And the good thing, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but the thing is that I used this phone for 2 years and 2 months. I didn't have a screen guard. I know I'm supposed to have a screen guard. I mean, you cannot come and judge me now. I didn't have a screen guard and all of that. So I used this phone for 2 months and 2 years without a screen guard, and there was not a single scratch on my phone. However, on Saturday at work, the phone fell and the screen, like, my phone is so ugly right now. Like, after making this video, I'm definitely going to get it fixed. But the thing is that if it's going to cost me more than like £50 or something like that. I was saying £100, but if it's going to cost me more than £50, I think I'm going to just get a new phone, because I bought this phone 108,000 naira. I cannot spend 50 to £100. £100 is like 82,000 naira, and if I buy a phone 108,000 naira, why should I fix only the screen 82,000 naira? I know I'm not supposed to convert, I'm just telling you the range, and that it does not make any sense to get the screen fixed for an exorbitant amount of money. So I'll just rather buy another phone. So yeah, that's all that happened. Summer, I traveled out of the country for my vacation. I worked a lot, my phone spoiled. I'm getting ready for school to resume next 2 weeks or next week or thereabout, I don't even know, but I'm going to be done with my coursework in December, January. Master's graduate in the bag very soon. But to be honest, that's not what this video is about. This is not me giving you a life update of everything that's been happening in my life. This is a rant video, and I'm just going to get started with it. As you can see from the title, like, we're here to rant. So there's this trend that I've been noticing here in England, or here in the abroad. Basically, people that are abroad, they usually like leave comments like, don't come abroad, oh, it's hard, don't come abroad, oh, you will regret it, don't come abroad, oh, or videos with titles like the one that I have now: I regret moving to the UK, I regret moving to Canada, I regret moving to Australia or to the US, I honestly want to go back to Nigeria, I had a better life in Nigeria, and all of that. I really do not know what your aim is. I feel like there's a thin line between like being a realist and then just being flat out discouraging to other people that want to leave. Do you understand? I feel there's a thin line, like telling people the realities of living abroad and then being flat out discouraging to people that actually want to come and live here. Because take for instance, you're telling people, I regret, don't come here, it's expensive here, it's hard to live here. If you check their bio, they have the flag of the UK, they have the flag of the US, they have Canada flag in their bio. If you check where they live and all of that, the location, they're tweeting from Calgary in Alberta in Canada, or they're tweeting from Los Angeles or Boston in the US, and they're telling you not to come here because it's hard and they regret moving here, but they've been there for so long and they're not coming back. I feel that if you find it really if you find it as hard as you claim that it is to live where you are and all of that, and you're always telling people in Nigeria not to come and all of that, then to be honest, why are you still there? Pack your bags and come home. Home is where the heart is. Do you understand? You want to go home, go home. You want to go home, go home. To be honest, so why exactly are you still there? Why exactly are you still there and you're just hiding behind your keypad? Don't come back. Let me tell you the honest truth. If you're on my WhatsApp, like, lucky you, because that's where I share the most, but I'm trying to share more because I know usually I used to like be very active on other social media platforms, and it helped me grow my YouTube, it helped me grow my Instagram and all of that. But these days I've just taken a step back and I just post only my WhatsApp story or leave what I want to share in my notes. But if you are on my WhatsApp and you know that I share a lot and you read some of the things that I share, they're quite real things that happen. Even though I share these things about like me being tired of working all the time, I still have no regret coming here, you know. I have one regret actually. The only regret I have is not coming here early, because I feel that it is flat out stupid for you to be in Boston typing and telling people not to move here, or you're in Manchester telling people don't come here, it's hard. Like, sister, we know that it's hard. We knew that, you know, we already know that it's hard. And I don't even understand, like, my own is that you're here telling Nigerians that nobody is stashing your money, they used to pick money on the floor. Whoever thought that, did they pick money on the floor in Nigeria? Whoever mentioned that when you come here, you will pick money on the floor? Nobody ever thought that. Nobody ever said, oh my God, like, there's money to be picked on the floor. I don't think anybody had that mentality, because you're telling Nigerians that you're working 12 hours, 13 hours in a day, or maybe 12 hours, you're doing 8 to 8 shifts. It's so hard. Oh my God, it's so difficult. Are you joking? People are living in Ikorodu and working in VI. They are waking up by 4 a.m. in the morning. They're leaving the house by 4:30. They're getting to work by 7. And by 12 a.m., by 11 p.m., they're still on the way home. So these people are actually doing way more than 12 hours, 13 hours. They spend literally all their time on the road. And then you're telling these people and spending that time on the road with nothing to show for it, because you're probably going to your job that's paying 60k or 80k or 100k, and then you live in Ikorodu. Maybe you're staying with your auntie or your uncle or your friend there because you cannot afford an accommodation, and you have to get on the public transport to go to work. You have to wake up so early and then leave work and be stuck in traffic for a lot of hours. You're tired of, so is this the person that you're actually telling about your 12 hours shift? Like, they know. Do you understand? They know these things. I usually tell people that I'm lucky. I got lucky in my career because I think from 2019 I started working remotely. So the only time I actually had to deal with Lagos traffic was when I was in my internship at Stanbic IBTC. I was working at the VI branch, like the VI brand basically, and I was staying with my sister in Yaba. And to be honest, I did not really have a hard time. I did not wake up too early because most times I'll follow my sister to work, and when I'm coming back, the staff bus brings me home. So I did not have to be jumping from one bus to the other. And then the second time that I had to deal with Lagos traffic was when I worked in the public relations agency, and then I was staying with my grandma at somewhere else. I don't want to mention where my grandma lives, and I was working at Keja. So I had to I had to wake up early, maybe by 7. I had to leave the house by 7, to get to work by 9. And then most times I'm getting home by like 9 p.m. when I leave the office by 6 due to traffic. So that's the height of it. And after that, I did my NYSC, which I was at home for most of the time. And then from then, I've been working from home. I've been working remotely even before there was a thing called remote working. So I really did not have the experience of jumping buses a lot. And even when I was in Lagos, when I was living in Lagos, I was working from home. So most times if I'm going out, I maybe go to the beach or go and hang out with my friends. Nothing serious, nothing like go home and go to work in the morning and come back late at night. I didn't have that experience and all of that. But Nigerians, like, I think 90% of young people that live in Lagos, Nigeria, have that experience. They work so hard with nothing to show for it. So why are you telling these people that they cannot survive abroad because like they have to work 12 hours? Like, these people wake up early, they go to work, they actually work hard with nothing to show for it. And then your 12 hours work, you're making like 120 pounds, 110 pounds, 100 pounds, and then you're telling someone not to come here. Why? What is the reason, to be honest? Annoying thing that people actually do is to say that it's harder, you're paying your bills monthly. Of course you're paying your bills monthly, you're paying your house rent monthly. I pay 450 pounds for rent here, and there's no month that I've not been able to afford my rent. If I work in a week consistently, I can make my rent in a week. Do you understand? So if you have worked hard here, you'll be able to make that 450 pounds in a week, which is like maybe 200 and something. I'm not very good in mathematics and all of that, so I'm not about to bother my fine head to be calculating anything right now. But you can afford your rent. Even if it's 500 pounds in a week, you can afford that if you have a job. But in Nigeria, my rent was the rent was 550k. My landlord increased the rent to 700k, which I could afford. But not a lot of people can afford rent of 700k in Nigeria, even after working for a year. Do you understand? Most people don't even make up to 70k in a month and all of that. So how would they be able to afford 700k in Nigeria? So you're here telling people, oh, it's hard, you're paying rent every month and all of that. Like, if you don't work, you'll not be able to, like, if you work, you'll not be able to make the money for the rent. If you work, won't you be able to make the money for the rent? You will. But in Nigeria, you can work and not be able to afford your rent. Because if somebody is paying 700,000 naira for a rent and all of that, that's what some people make annually. And then I'll use it to pay rent for a whole year. Do you understand? Like, some people are not able to afford that kind of thing. People live in far places because they cannot afford rent in, let me say, Yaba, Surulere, Ebute Metta. This place is close to the island. So they live in Badagry or like Ikorodu, and then they work in VI. They have to commute every day. So I don't think it's fair that you sit in your comfortable apartment with 24 hours electricity and Wi-Fi, good roads, security, and then you'll be telling people not to come. Like, leave people to come. If they can afford it, let them come. Don't be saying, oh, don't leave your job. If they want to leave their job, let them leave their job. You don't know their reason, their incentive for trying to leave the country. You don't know if they're frustrated. I've seen people that work in big companies and all of that are still relocating. Do you understand? People that are earning a lot of money that are still relocating, because Nigeria can happen to you anytime. I was working remotely. To be honest, I had a comfortable life in Lagos, and I still left because Nigeria can happen to anybody anytime. Do you understand? There's security here. So what exactly do you regret? Is it the security? Is it the 24 hours electricity that you regret? Do you regret the Wi-Fi that works all the time? Do you regret a working system? Do you regret like just making a call and complaining about something and it gets fixed? Do you regret the good academic system where you can actually have a conversation with your lecturer without someone telling you that A is for me and my family members, and BCD is for you, and EF is basically for you? What do you actually regret, and what joy do you derive in telling people not to like move because it's hard? Everybody knows that it's hard. Anybody that thinks that you come abroad and thinks will like money will start falling on falling off, or you'll be plucking money from a tree, is a stupid person. And you know that people are not stupid. They know that it's not easy. They know that you have to bust your ass. They know that you have to work hard to make ends meet. They know these things. So what are you trying to like? What's the aim of discouraging people? Like, what do you hope to gain in saying that don't come, oh, please don't come, oh, it's hard, oh, I just came back from a 12-hour shift, oh, I just did 12 hours tomorrow, I just did 12 hours. What's your aim? What's your aim? You did 12 hours, and so are you the first person to do 12-hour shifts? You will not be the last person to do the 12-hour shifts. So what exactly is your aim? Oh my god, you're paying rent monthly. Before, are you not making money weekly? In a week, won't you be able to afford your rent? I have a lot of change for enjoyment. The only time that staying here will be hard is when you've not maybe paid a huge chunk of your school fees, but when you will still be able to pay it. If you work, you'll still be able to pay the huge chunk of your fees. So to be honest, I have no idea like what's the point of the discouragement? You know, it's just I regret moving. I had a good job. Go back. Go back to your job. Go back to your job. It's okay to come here and have like and cry because everything is so new and so strange, but I just feel consistently telling people to stay back. Why you are to stay back in Nigeria? Why you are abroad enjoying electricity, a water supply, a good road, a security? It's crap. It's madness. That's what I feel, to be honest. That's what I feel. Because if it is so hard, come back home. Come home. Come home. Come home. Come home. Come home. If it's so hard, come home. Why are you still there? Why are you still there? No, say it. Why? I think we should start asking ourselves some questions. It's okay to be a realist, to say, oh, it's not that easy here, or like you work a lot, but it will pay off in the long run. But good advice so that they will know. But to come and be saying, it's so hard, or don't come, but better stay back, or I regret to be, oh, shut up. Check your notes here. Basically, this video is a rant video. I just noticed that this has been a trend since, and I decided to come and talk about it because me, I do not regret moving here. The only regret that I have is waiting till January. I for carry my like when my cousin was telling me about it in 2021, because he left in January 2021 or February. When he was telling me about it in 2020 and I was doing my Canada stuff and all of that, I should have really looked into this. That's all I have to say. I do not regret moving here. I should just have looked into this earlier than I did, because I started this whole UK process like September 2021. That's when I started, and I have applied to a lot of places, Germany, Canada, and I got admissions in these places, and I'll just put the video here so I don't have to like go back and forth. But the only regret that I have regarding moving here is that I did not move here sooner. That is all. Because this work that I complain about, it's quite tough and all of that, I still know that it pays off in the long run, and no, I do not regret moving here. So don't listen to anybody that's trying to discourage you. If you really want, not everybody will leave. Not everybody wants to leave. Not everybody can also afford it, because we're just like japa, as if it's easy. It's not easy. It's capital intensive. It's very expensive. But if you have the money to leave and you want to, don't allow anybody on the internet come and be telling you, don't go. Don't let them get away with that. Don't let anybody discourage you, okay? If you want to live, by every means, please do. It's worth it. For me, I feel it's worth it. And the only regret I have is I'm not moving. I didn't move to now. And all of them. I'm having such a good time here. I'm actually happy. I know how to pay my bills. I know how the system works right now and all of that. And I'm really like glad that I was able to come here. If you want to come, don't let anybody discourage you. If you have the money, please start already. Do you understand? Because immigration laws are changing. So start as soon as you can. But don't let anybody deceive you or tell you, it's hard. Don't come. They are telling you not to come. They have flag of Germany in their profile. They have German flag in their profile. They have a a UK flag in their profile. They have US flag on their profile. Their location is Manitoba, Canada. Location is Ontario. They're in Toronto. Telling you not to come, that is hard. Come back if it's hard. Come back. Thank you so much, guys, for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me on Instagram at I am gift so good. Thank you also for 2,000 subscribers and almost 100,000 views. I cannot believe this. I can't believe this. Till I come here again next time, it could be nice to your neighbors. And if you want to jump up, please start already. Bye.